Hi, guys. Welcome back. It's another breakdown of a bowl game brought to you by winnersandwhiners.com. I'm Scott Steehn. I'm the lead handicapper over at Winners and Whiners. Who's this guy?
Yo soy Scott Reichel, senior handicapper over winnersandwhiners.com.
And you might know us from such things as Back to the Window, a little show we used to do, or perhaps our college show, Back to School. And I guess, because God, this should be called Back to Hell with all the opt-outs and weird matchups and 5 and 7 teams playing. But this game is yeah. You know what? I thought it was going to.
It's interesting.
I thought it was going to be a better game earlier in the season. Put it that way. It is Toledo and Liberty in the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. You know, roofclaim.com, Scott. You know what they do?
If you don't pay your rent, they claim your roof.
That's exactly correct. You got it, man. Toledo 4.5-point favorites over Liberty Bibberty. 53.5 is the number. Hey, let me ask you a question, Scott. Is there a worse loss by more than Liberty losing by 35 to New Mexico State as a 24-point favorite with a 59-point difference? Can you think of another one with a difference that big?
On top of my head, no. The loss to UConn by 3 wasn't good a couple weeks prior, but they ended up getting killed by New Mexico State. No, this team is falling apart. They had their head coach leave as Hugh Freeze took the Auburn job. They did end up getting Chadwell from Coastal. However, he will not be there for this game. You're looking at Tim Beck, who's going to be...
Let me guess, defensive coordinator?
Well, I'm keeping track here. So Chadwell took the head coaching job. Beck took on another job, I believe, there as a coordinator. But defensive coordinator Chad Staggs will be the interim coach.
I've heard Beck's a loser.
Could be.
Why don't you kill him?
Soyum Peridor.
So here's the deal. I don't know. Losing by 35 to New Mexico State's bad. Losing to Connecticut's not good. They almost lost to Gardner-Webb, buddy. They beat Gardner-Webb by 1 as a 24-point favorite.
By the way, sorry, I misspoke. I was looking at the Coastal information. So Chadwell did take the Liberty job. He will not be there for the bowl game, but it will be Josh Aldridge, who is on the staff. So since 2019. So they got a veteran interim coach. I was accidentally looking at the wrong team there, but my bad. Hugh Freeze, though, not there. So they have an interim coach, and they have a couple quarterbacks, but I'm not sure how many of them are good.
Did you watch the Netflix? I think it was Netflix did the special on Jerry Falwell Jr. and the pool boy and all that. Did you check that out?
I did not.
I'll tell you what, you should watch it because you'll feel differently about Liberty, about the Liberty University.
No Bibberty?
No Bibberty, man. Hey, no Bibberty.
That's no diggity, but close enough.
Black Street, black tonight.
Backstreet's back, all right. But
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know any words.
Close enough, man.
Toledo, all the way right here, 4.5. Flames closed, 3 straight losses. I can't get behind that.
They lost to bad teams. Like, no offense to UConn, Virginia Tech was terrible, and New Mexico State. I mean, I know they were good to end the year, but
they were favored against Virginia Tech.
They were favored by a bunch against New Mexico State, and they got their asses kicked. And now their head coach jumped ship. Toledo is a team that I don't like because they screwed me over with a win total last year, but they're a good team. They won their conference. Finn was healthy. He actually played in the last game. But I think Toledo is just a well-rounded football team, and the Liberty's falling apart. So I'm with you. I'm on Toledo.
You know, this Liberty, you and I always joke that, the old saying is if you've got 2 quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. Scott, if you have 3 quarterbacks, what do you have?
You have Charlie Brewer, which isn't really worth much, but you got him. So I expect Liberty to look awful. I think Toledo's going to dominate in the trenches. I think they'll be able to run the ball. Finn is also very mobile, which helps. But you give up 49 to Mexico State, 36 to UConn. What are we doing?
Can't do it.
I got to go with Toledo here.
I'll tell you what.
Toledo should be happy to be there. They're used to playing in cold weather.
This Toledo defense really impressed me against Ohio.
Yeah.
Now granted, the
Ohio was done, but still
was missing Rourke. But KJ Harris had been really good as a running quarterback, and they absolutely shut down that Ohio team that had been playing well despite not having Rourke around. So was impressed with the way that Toledo defense stepped up. I think it's going to be similar. Liberty, I just don't know. I don't know what they're going to do about they literally play all three of these guys at the quarterback position. So I don't know if the interim coach is going to say enough of that bullshit and stick with one. I just don't know. I think that's a great price on Toledo right here in this spot. And despite the fact that we talked on the last video or the one before that about MAC teams underperforming in bowl games, I think this is a good matchup for them. I think this is a program that's even in even worse shape than they are. Give me a Toledo -4.5.
Liberty started 8-1. They were on pace. I don't want to say a New Year's Six bowl, but they were on pace for actually a decent bowl game there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fell off a cliff.
They had that Arkansas win.
Yeah, they beat Arkansas, beat BYU.
Yep.
Like, they were playing well, and you figured, all right, maybe they might get a decent bowl game here. They could potentially go. I mean, 11-1. I mean, you're looking at their schedule. They had a good shot to go 11-1, and they fell off a cliff. The coach left, and Toledo, I think they're happier to be here. They're used to playing in cold weather in Ohio. Now they're going to Florida. You think Liberty cares? Their head coach just abandoned them. You think they care?
No, I don't. I mean, this is the situation where when you see a team fall off a cliff like that, they almost never rally to play well in the bowl game.
Never.
So, and that's you know, they had to be feeling great about themselves. They go to Arkansas, they pick up the win. You close with Connecticut, New Mexico State, and Virginia Tech.
I wasn't joking. Like, people probably thought they were going to go 11-1.
They hadn't, but it hadn't been reflected in the rankings because I think they got a little bump after Arkansas, but then it was done.
If they would have gone 11-1, they would have been top 20.
Oh, sure. Oh, no, yeah.
No brainer.
No question. And
you would have been hovering a New Year's Six bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there wasn't who's going to New Year's Six this year?
It's tough for Liberty because they don't play in a conference.
No, who's the what team? I can't remember who qualified this year. Who is it?
For the New Year's Six?
Yeah. What's the little sister team?
Sorry, I'm just looking through it. I have to just scroll. So, you have Illinois on the second. Purdue. No. I don't see any. You have Tulane in there, but they want to
That's it. That's who it is. That's the team that.
I don't think Liberty would have jumped Tulane personally.
No, and especially as good as K-State ended up playing, that K-State victory on the road for Tulane looks fantastic.
So I don't think they would have gotten a New Year's Six, but they might have gotten a late December game.
They wouldn't be playing in the Boca Raton Bowl. No way.
Yeah.
So you and I are both in agreement here as we like Toledo -4.5.
I have no thoughts on the side. No. I mean, on the total. I got no thoughts.
I'm with you. I lean under just because I think Liberty's going to be incompetent on offense, and Toledo defense looked like they stepped up last week and or last game. So I'll lean under there at 53.5. So, all right, that's our thoughts on the Roof Claim Boca Raton Bowl, and we'll be right back as we finish it up. We finish up this series. This will be the last one until next week, guys. So dig in. It's going to be the RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl as South Alabama takes on Western Kentucky. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to come back for our next video on the New Orleans Bowl. See you then.